All right, Grand Rising. Welcome back to the platform. Appreciate you guys being here. All right, sterilization. I had a dream. I don't know where I was. It was one of those weird dreams, okay? But all I know is somebody was concerned about not being able to have a baby or something. And we were talking about something out in some kind of fair, like, I don't. It seemed like we was in some type of fairgrounds or something. I don't know. But I was talking to somebody. All I know about this dream, only thing I remember is there was like 9 storks, like with the bag hanging and everything, flying over. It was like not with the little yellow bag with the baby in it, but it looked flat. Nothing was in there. Like it looked like these. They looked like paper storks with like it looked like it looked like they had been ironed. You know how how they could make a cartoon, like if somebody's like reading a book, they will digitize the book to look like images, and it's kind of like paper-ish or kind of like flat. Like how a piece of paper could turn into like a paper dove, or like what do you call it? Like origami. Okay, it's something like these were like origami, but it was not made out of paper. It's like how the paper would be folded to put that aesthetic together, but it looked rubber. It looked like rubber or clay. It looked like rubber or clay or something. But it was like, imagine what an origami, imagine what, I think it's called origami, the folding of paper, the art of folding paper. Um, It had all the aesthetics of what if somebody said, "Make me an origami stork with the baby bag hanging." That's what they look like, but they were in the sky, like all stuck together, like on one like accord. Like there was no string. It wasn't looking like a puppet show or nothing. It just was like they were going through the air like this. But it looked like origami. But now you say, okay, make me an origami stork with a bag, the bag and the baby and everything. But like these clearly just had the bag. Um, and then somebody, okay, now you made the origami. Now take and make a model of those origami storks with some clay, some soft clay or something. That's what this would look like. Okay, I don't know why the hell that makes a difference. I don't know, but it's the only thing like action. This was an action. Sometimes when I have an action filled dream, I don't get to keep the whole thing. I can't remember it. If it's too much move, if I'm doing too much movement, because in some dreams you're actually just sitting there looking at things or things are going on in front of you. You can't really see yourself in the dream. But if I'm in there, most of the time when I'm in there walking around talking to people like, no, come over here, to come on this way, guys, or something like this, I will not be able to keep that whole dream. If it's like, that's why I know somebody's stealing them. Um, I wasn't supposed to, I was getting in insomnia mode last night. I've been told that for the past couple of days, but I told you I got narcolepsy. I can't not sleep. I don't think I'd be asleep anyway. But it's the action of going to sleep. But the way my brain work, I be in my sleep. I be active in there. I be talking to myself. I be talking to God. I be in there doing stuff. Okay, so I don't know why that has to do with anything because it may be because the last thing that kind of irritated me, what I seen last night, is some people was keeping somebody in a certain area to sterilize somebody. So there could be a team. Also, when I woke up in the rising, my D baby's toys was like all up under my pillow, all the dinosaurs and everything, all her cars and her dinosaurs was underneath my pillow. Okay, because my neck was starting to hurt really bad, and I couldn't find a comfortable way to lay, and so I got the heating pad and I had to lay it right there. But I didn't. When I bent down to move the toys out the way, I pulled something in my neck, and I'm like, So I just left the toys there, and I put the pillow down, and I put the heating pad down, and I laid down. But when I woke up in the rising, the spaceship. See, this what I'm saying, girl. This is like that fucking movie with Drew Barrymore in it a long time ago, when her and her dad was on that road trip, and then they got stuck in that little city, that little dusty town where they had like it was like a, well, they didn't really use gypsy terms, but that could actually be significant too, because it was like a little gypsy. You know how gypsies can have their little place where they park all their little trailers and stuff like this, and that's what they live out those trailers. Okay, well, in this movie with Drew Barrymore. Okay, that's why this shit goes a back a further. Yes, because that man reminded me of the Biggs boy. But in that movie, they got stuck there, and then I told you she met two boys, of like a bad boy. Okay, the bad boy. So Bad Boy Records. Like whatever this shit is, y'all, I don't know. I be thinking whatever's been going on for the past 30 years, it wasn't supposed to be like this. I feel like everybody was like on the same track at one point in time. It's like you or I did not wake up in time, but I think God did something. If these people was playing with time, God did something to protect what He gonna protect. But these people thought that they was doing something, but would they mess around when they start messing around with these sky daddies or these father time daddies? What I meant father time, or these father time entities. Okay, because I think the time oracle could be a Bell. Okay, it could be Flavor Flav. She kind of remind me of him and Prince. All right, so somebody started playing with time. So it's not really just, oh, the Messiah or God forgot about us, or the person ain't waking up. What's going on? But this is making me think about this town right here, or this area here. Okay, I got a little bit away from my hometown. You know what I'm saying? It's not too far, but I saw she got a spaceship toy, and the spaceship toy was laying on the floor, pointing at me, but it was laying on his back. You see the black underbelly of the ship. It was like on his side, and it was like flipped over. Okay, so this made me think like maybe there's a crash somebody ain't talking about. I seen some bombing or something like this. What suppose it started the war, but I'm wondering if, because I kept feeling like a visit could be coming, right? But what I'm seeing is somebody could be out going nuts. All right, I'm trying to tell you about what that dream I had, because that dream I had of somebody was trying to crack in my dream like 2 days ago. Like I could feel, and it felt different. Like, okay, it's Sunday, so I'm not trying to get, but this is real life. Like we ain't got time to be talking about what. Oh, you shouldn't wear this on Sunday. Say this on Sunday. Okay, I know that there wasn't a crash, maybe a spaceship crash. I don't know, but anyways, that dream that I had, it felt too real. Like the first thing I woke up, somebody's like, "Oh man, I used to have this or whatever like this." I know y'all know what I'm saying. Something ain't right about that. I used to drink this certain drink or whatever like this. Somebody's changing something. Somebody's doing something, and then it made me think about um, God making somebody's cup not good, with that black cup that we seen last night with that black stuff coming out of it. And I'm just, look, people know what I'm saying that know what I'm saying. But I know in that dream when that person, when I was standing up, okay, and I kind of had like a, right now I just put my skirt up last night over my breast because I was hot in that shirt, and so my skirt is really long, so I just pulled it up over my breast, and I was about to go get in the shower last night, but I was just too tired. My neck was hurting. So I just laid there. I just pulled this. I took that shirt off I had on because it had stains on it, and then I just put this skirt up and I just went to bed. So my boobs would be hanging out all my sleep. So, but what I'm telling you is, I had something like this on in that dream, right? So I know, and it's almost like it was like a teddy kind of thing, like not too sexy, but whatever I had on. But it's almost like I was getting saved out of a trap house or something in this dream, but I hadn't been handled yet or something like this. But the person that came to save me, that person was trying to, they was doing it because they wanted something for. Because I heard last night loud and clear, oh, he just wants it for his own self. From Monsters Inc. when Sully and them found out that the lizard man just wanted something for himself. Okay, so, whatever his name is, I can't remember what the lizard's name was. Okay, he that was trying to capture Boo. But this also made me think, because something is going on or whatever. So I was like, what you got to do with me, old Tyree or Tyrese? And so let me tell you this, okay? I told you somebody they about to try to traffic somebody, okay? They about to get somebody. And when I woke up, I was going through my feed. I'm like, why is young Pharaoh like saying all this stuff that I be like thinking? You know, he used to say this stuff along. These are old videos or whatever. But somebody is saying it so that they can give power to somebody that's around them to rule. They're not. They wanted to come up on my feed like I agree with something, but I'm showing something. Okay, these are the tracks of something. If I'm sharing it, I don't fuck with young Pharaoh like that, right? Because I think that is the Sophia's that is the Sophia that they tried to give my destiny to. That's the play sister's son, a clone of him. But when I seen him today, I was, he like to lick his lips a lot. But I'm like, these are the frogs kept coming out recently. These are not kings or princes. These are frogs. It's almost like once I'm looking at him, this is more of not a reptilian, but more of a lizard breed, and more of a this also Lee. Somebody's name is Lee, or if this Lee group works out of Milwaukee, this is what the fuck this is talking about. Okay, so somebody ain't slick. Same thing as the masculine energy. That's supposed to be, just because I said that look like my husband, motherfucker, I'm gonna be the husband. Mm-mm. I mean, I'm gonna keep myself how I am. You're not coming back up over here trying to rule nothing. If I found out you was over there with them and I have to save you, you can't come and rise up above me. And if I find out, you understand, whatever, like whatever, it's still you ain't no. You got to get that shit up. You wasn't at first anyway. So in that dream, man, you know how somebody be acting as long as the mask is still on. Somebody be acting some kind of way, but when they know, you could feel when somebody feel that the mask fell off. And everybody could quit playing. Because I was like, I'm thinking, why everybody want me to look at Dubai? But I keep on seeing that card in this deck. That's why I pulled this deck out, where it say luxury and something is really the slums. So let's just get into it. I don't know. Okay, that just was a little rundown, a little kaleidoscope rundown. But I know that in that dream, when that man got me by that car, he got me safe. I was with a kid. I was taking the kid somewhere. Okay. Now, we don't know if this is somebody that binded themselves to me, because somebody saying binding. Oh, binding your money. No, somebody meshed themselves with me yesterday. They was on drugs or something, and they meshed themselves with me, and they tried to take a test of my blood or something, because these people are scared. They done made to the other side. They took sick people instead of the people that was on the list with them to the other side and everything like this. Now they all getting sick from that side. Now they need what they left behind. So possibly, or something from it. And so it's like somebody mesh with, remember I said, I don't know, I drank that tea from Chick-fil-A and I felt like I was high or something like this. But I heard somebody doing a video the day before talking about, oh, you might smoke THC. No, the fuck, I don't even know what. No, I no, thank you. I barely ever smoke weed for real. I don't know what the fuck that is, so I don't do that. Okay, but I knew somebody was gonna try to say that because they do that and they was going to mesh themselves with me mentally, possibly so I could feel high or something like this. And then they're gonna send a drug test, I mean a blood test. Like they're gonna try to overnight do a blood test, but it's still gonna be the person that's sick that's gonna send their blood. Okay, because I know what time it is. They trying to do something or whatever. So I tell you, heart problems and kidney problems is the things that plagued the men in the family, in my so-called family that I came from on my dad's side. But I know that they was making these people sick to pull them into the other side. But they ain't God. So you're trying to make me sick, you're gonna get it. It's gonna be a different fucking repercussions. Them children wasn't the children of God. That's why you was able to do that. Somebody's trying to mess with my kidneys or something. All right. Plus, anyways, in that dream, somebody trying to manipulate something, because I'm about to. I opened up at Saint Matthew's 3, because I said today is Sunday. Let me go ahead and pull the Bible out, get a little bit, guidance for the Bible, whatever like this. But I know when that man was like, it was like big worm or big perm or whatever. Like this, how he looked in the vision. Even though this could be a whole nother masculine. This could be somebody. I'm getting like somebody might like to wear black rugged hoodies or something. This might be who this is for real. I'm telling you, these people that's hiding in the background, they are using the image. They are making it as though my person, my Drakey, has lots of clones, but these are men from the community and stuff that be sending me images online acting like they him to get my energy to go toward. We talked about this about 4 years ago, y'all. Why they had to do that? Because that's supposed to be. Let me scoop that shit out the way so y'all be thinking, oh, you're just trying to make it like this. No, let me pose the bin. I think that they did something to this person a long time ago. And, okay, they are all trying to make it like this person is alive. But the person might be alive and hiding, or whoever his real image is. But y'all see the psychology of what the fuck they trying to do. Okay? I don't know why. It's making me think about the keeper in the gospel when those people was crying when they lost a person. But they was acting like this and acting like that. It's almost like the Freemasons fucking around with sorors, or in that energy there, instead of instead of acting like they're May's sons, because this could be the start of something when Prince Hall and them came up with the Freemason thing. It was to support like America. It was like they were the checkerboard floor, the white, black, whatever this is, pure and dark, something like this, the balance or something like this for somebody of power. Like I said, this could be this May power energy or whatever this is, but they went against who it was that fueled them or fed them or something like this. And they started saying, oh, they got over the mammified version of the authentic so-called American, so-called black American woman. And they started thinking, oh, these girls, look at what they look like, look at what they have, or something like this. So the esoteric, it stopped being, I feel like, about something like this. Anyways, that's too much time. But I'm saying this is how the clusters kind of go together, is why I'm saying it like this. All right? So although the duty, it should be the same thing, these people don't get to get the same thing because you already turned your back. But whatever was built up over the years when it comes to resources, motherfucker, you still got to use them resources because you already opened up the door to these people, and the door can't be closed no more. So if something happened to May or me, that power, you still got to take care of your fucking responsibility. But you don't have to be enriched by this energy anymore if you chose something else. This is how I'm looking at it when it comes to the government. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to NASA. This is what I'm talking about when the other underground kings. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about the crown. Also, whatever this higher level of governing is, the international something, whatever the fuck that is, all these things. Parliament, you tried to kill my shit off, and then replace it with these parhams and these other people, these Graham Bells, parhams, garden snakes, whatever you was doing. I don't have to respect you. You gonna still perform your duties, or you ain't gonna have no motherfucking job, or you ain't gonna have no position, or you ain't gonna. And this death do you part. So if this is over, then any kind of intellectual properties that you had is over. You understand what I'm saying? You just gonna go moping around here. That much knowledge that you had once, God give it to take it away. You could start over, and let's see what you got without having access to something, because there's definitely something about famine here. And because somebody fucked up, you think that they're gonna try to come over here, try to make somebody sterile or mess up your womb or something like this, so they can have you in some kind of position forever? Like, that is not happening. All right. So somebody could have did that. A witch lady that is like connected to a male that was jealous, that didn't want you or me to exist. They could have already went and tried to sterilize somebody or me. Okay. They could have sterilized me after I'm realizing that my children ain't even my children, and I probably need to produce. And even if I don't, if somebody already produced, they have these children or these people somewhere where I don't know who they are. That means that none of my children, if I say, let's say I never had no children, these ain't never was my children that they put in my womb as some science experiment, knowing who the fuck I am, and I'm about to tear this shit up from coast to motherfucking coast because you playing. And somebody let some little stupid girl in on the team that ain't even supposed to have shit to do with this, that thought she would raise herself above the throne of God. Child, somebody that came through my womb, whatever the fuck this is. Because they're like, oh, well, this one at least has our DNA, so let's, and hers or something like this, or so they thought, right? You know, things like that. So since you open up the door already, you can't stop me from getting what I need from now that your goons know where I am and they come and playing in my energy too. You can't stop your responsibilities, but you can stop getting access to. Because the well that gives don't mean that you got to keep on coming to that well. You could probably get one time when you carrying that energy along there. All right. My point is there is no holy pinnacle to put it on. These just fake people. It's just fake situations. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. This thing that happened in like 1980, 1981. Whatever, this could be the thing that happened too. And they don't know nothing else, but because they know that it's corrupt, they don't know nothing else, that they about to just keep on playing with these games and think that you about to put me second to what you already built. That shit is going. You with it for even fucking playing. You understand? If you don't get your shit together. It just what this is what I'm being told. All right. So I sat here and I think I said, damn, the phone went out because it overheated. But at the same time, I'm thinking like, wait a minute. I know who that was in that dream. That because I had just went and looked on the Armstrong page and I see and what's on my cousin's mom page or whatever is her son. So they've been trying to make it seem like they the holy family or something like that. Girl, I'm about to have to tell y'all to quit playing with me. They try to make me R&B and they want to be royalty. It's not working. It's not presidential and royalty. It's not going to happen. So I said, that's who that was in that dream if I hadn't seen him since then. If he still looked the same and things with the curl and everything. That was my cousin Jeffrey in that motherfucking dream. Do you get what I'm saying? This is why they're going to try to they're gonna try to taint and mix up the words because they got me silent online right now. So if you able to see these videos raw, this is something like a lifetime. I don't know. It's like something like a miracle or something. Because whoever, if they're redoing my videos and putting it to a public, a larger view of people, they're mixing it up. Okay, somebody saying that somebody had sex with their cousin or something. They did not. That's cyber invasion, right? So, because I could feel that when that person, there's something that happens when women have sex with a man for the first time. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, there's some type of I don't know, or maybe it's a heterosexual thing. I don't know. There's some type of feeling when you're with somebody, maybe a new person or something like this. There's an exchange or something. I don't know how to explain it. Mm, I could feel that this is not nobody I knew, or I didn't knew this person in a long time. Do you understand? Somebody's trying to get out of something, and somebody's trying to do something. Somebody's trying to also make me like I'm like these people, like in Damn Cell, and I'm not like those people. Those people was mixing up my blood in the background and my DNA to try to make it seem like we was the same thing. It's not the same. And I just heard somebody send me that song. I don't mind. I know you don't mind, bitch, because you was the one that tried to do something to the queen, and you about to lose your fucking head. It's a command. We falling back in emperor energy. They want to play with time. We going back. When if I was born an emperor, we going back to that energy now. And there was like a current there. There was like a current there when the person tried to do that. But like I told you, it just the whatever they was trying to do with their phallic, it did not go inside. It kind of just slid through my lips like a hot dog. It just slid through or whatever. But the person was like, "Oh my God, please!" Like, what the fuck is that? Like, they wanted to see what the full thing is gonna be like, and I moved out of the way really fast. Like, I was standing up, and they came from behind me, like just like about to give a hug, like a farewell hug. But like, you know how you be flirting with people or something, or when you was young and you be out there with a boy or something talking, and he try to like hug you from the back, or grab your arm and pull you by him or something. Like, that's what the person was like. It was about to be like, all right, you leaving now or something like this, and somebody come up and hug you from the like back and put their arms across your chest. It's like somebody was about to try to do that kind of hug, but his phallic was there, and he tried to put it in there, and he was like, "Oh my God!" Like, he thought it was in there, but it just slid through the lips in this dream. We were standing up, and I think the child was on the other side of the car in this dream. Okay, so this is I figure out this is the way that they trying to get the energy or something like this through some type of cyber dream state or something to realign something, but it's not even realigned. Because in the dream there was no hair down there like I used to have it, and it was just very. I stopped doing that because it just be too. There's too much information. I don't think that many people gonna see this part of the video anyways. It be wet all the time like that. So the way it slid, like it was like it just slid through, and I'm like, it did not go in this dream. But somebody's trying to do something. This mystic goddess and this intuitive person or whatever, they're trying to act like something happened between family members or something like this. I've never slept with one of my when we were little kids, we humped on each other or something like this. Maybe sometimes raw, but and that only happened like two or three times when we was really little, before the age of 9. That's the only time ever. Okay, and so, and I think this has something to do with the manipulation. Okay, they think that this is okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Divinely guided seer could have been a puppet master at that time and having us do that shit. because they needed something from this. And then they were going to take those kids out and then use them as fountains because they couldn't remove me fully. You understand what I'm saying? So they would have me, they were doing that, even if it was in my sleep, to activate something and move something along. So what they did by trying to slander somebody with their present, past, lives, whatever, is that people would not protect the most valuable resource that could get humanity back on board and crash down all of this shit. This is God's wisdom that will be able to make all these men's technology and all this other bullshit look stupid. To make you think maybe tech and going forward with all this shit is not even the way it's supposed to be. This a fool. It's a trick. It's a trick. Somebody has something inside of them or something like this. And when it comes to the royalty, they're like, oh, well, you can't give somebody sons, you too old or something like this. Well, the way that I'm hearing the way that I was created, somebody could have been in their 80s. I told you the queen could have been a Sarah spiritually. So you fucking with my womb and I could have 40 more years to produce. You're gonna be beheaded the real way. You're gonna be in the guillotine. You better hope it didn't happen. Instead of sitting here trying to come back over me, acting like you above me and say, oh, I don't mind if you have the person too, bitch, you're not gonna exist. Same way they try to take away my vision or something like this and then sell it back to people. You're not even gonna exist. These men don't have, the way God did it is that these people even stole my money when I was 12 and then they bought themselves so they could have some kind of freedom papers and they kind of just enslaved me. I would have been the master or the owner of some type of company or empire. What I'm hearing these people could have did was took the money, bought themselves, made themselves some kind of new freedom currency, like made themselves some kind of freedom out of it, and they enslaved me and just didn't tell me that I had all this money or something like this. And they were living their lives and building families off of what I was getting, what I was supposed to be getting. Taking the essence and shit and selling it off on the stock market or something like this. So these people would have been my property or my gifts to a small queen that was secretly getting raised. These people were like paid or set to the side to be in the background and tend to me however it would be. But it's not like royalty, like how they show you on TV. Like, look at the new royal children. Oh, Nanny, can you get this for me? Nanny, can you do that? It's not like that. I didn't know that these people were tending to me. You understand what I'm saying? Or you, whoever this is, whoever you think it is. So what they did is basically some prisoners, it's a imprisonment camp, and they basically just freed themselves and then trapped the child that could free everybody and tell on them and tell the truth into that prison, whether it's a mental prison or something else, so that they could freely go out and be free in the world. There could also be something about touching the garment or the coattail that will wake these people up or free them from something or whatever like this. But it's not going to work like that if you got the person in prison. This is like Jesus walking around here freely, not being untouchable or something like this, and healing. If you trapping somebody, and that's not saying like if you raising a animal farm with like cows on it and you keep them trapped in some kind of stalls that's only big enough for them to not even sit down or bend down or turn around or nothing like this, and you keep them in there for 30 years and you're producing milk, 9 times out of 10 that milk that you're producing ain't gonna do the thing that you did, because somebody don't think that you or I deserve better or know what you got and that you should be walking around here like that. They could have found you like that and you didn't even know what you got. They'd be like, how this bitch is walking around here, or how this person walking around here acting like that, so anointed and stuff like this, and they don't even know the truth about their power. We hid it. The person can't even know. They don't even know. So imagine if people gave you the respect that comes with what you bring, what element you bring to the board, okay? And how cleansing that would be for whatever something is going to be used for. Because somebody don't want to pay, or they don't want to pay the respects, or they don't want, because this is like paying your way through with your essence or with your whatever you are. I mean, this is the other part of something that somebody is not publicly talking about. But thou art rich. There's nutrient, there's richness inside of somebody here. You understand? So I could tell, and now that I could see that is what that is. They tried to do that because I'm telling on the dad, I'm telling on the family, I'm telling something. All right, that they were able to make something look some kind of way all this time, and that's what this is. Because they could have been having this son come penetrate my energy and go out like, oh, this is the son or whatever. Girl, what you talking about? And this is just not true. Like you should not be able to strap somebody down and then keep on coming to get in, then bringing forth whatever it is, and your family being seen as something you a fraud. It's fraudulent. Something is fraudulent. So again, we're here. I did get some of the keywords as songs in the past couple days. So they've already went ahead like 3 days or something like this to try to make it seem like something. So I don't even think I want to read it actually. All right, I don't. I think I just want to read one part. Okay. Because what we finding out is that this person lied. Somebody lied. They're lying. If this happened back in the 80s or something, okay, this is 3. So this could have happened before the age of 2. Remember I said something about 2 or 3? Well, I said 2, but it could be before the age of 3. All right? Because look at you see right here. Then Harris seeing the hand that he had been tricked by Maji was exceedingly angry. This could be also, like I said, I told you they could have did this with the sand energy because she kind of looked like her too. But this could be something was a mistake and then they created me. Somebody tried to make it the other way around. Oh, it was you and then they created me. But this person is older. So somebody was angry and he set and slew all the boys. Okay. What did I tell you about a year ago? I said all the boys in the family from the first generation, they already slew them. All the boys. That's why you got Spicy Santana. That could be the 80s version of Anthony. Shanita, that could be the 80s version of D. Okay. These people. Okay. These people right here, they could have did this here. Back then to all the boys. Somebody could be trying to make it like you or I was one of those boys. That you are the T boy or the Tay boy or whatever this is. I really just don't think that this is. And if the Olivia is, then that means that this is the same thing that they did with these people. In this neighborhood, we're 2 years and under. See, that's what I'm saying right here. There it go right there. Now we in 3, and I said, but I feel like this happened to somebody between 1 and 2. And there it go right here. It says who were 2 years or under, according to the time that he had carefully attained from the Magi, then was fulfilled with what was spoken with Jeremiah, a voice heard in Ramah, or Ra and Ma. Okay. Weeping loud lamentations, Rachel weeping for her children, and she would not be comforted because they were no more. All right. So, oh, there goes 16, 17, 18. Something could have happened in also 06, 7, and 8. Or, excuse me, at 17. I think when Jean Benet Ramsey happened, I would think I was 17. Maybe around that age. All right. Herod was dead. But when Herod was dead, the angel of the Lord appeared in a dream in Joseph in Egypt. So somebody could be in Dubai or be somewhere or something like this. Maybe it's not a dream. Maybe it's a message coming from Jesus and they're trying to hide the fact that the Christ is here or something already. Like, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Okay? I don't know why somebody be listening to somebody of Islam about it anyway. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Arise and take the child and his mother. Somebody is doing transhumanism here. And this ain't even Joseph. And this ain't even Egypt. Okay? And this could be also somebody's daughter. And this could be like your daughter or supposed my daughter, but this ain't my daughter. This is what I'm saying to you. This could be even somebody lying and saying like there's some manipulation here. So if they lied and said this was another family member or a cousin or even this um, unbothered energy or whatever this is, okay, I don't know. Take the child and his mother and go into the land of Israel, for those who sought the child's life are dead. Now, this could be a spaceship or something like this. I told you. Or this could be what starts some type of war here. But somebody did this. Somebody did some ritual or something yesterday. Of what I feel. But none of these people are the people. Do you understand? And my neck is really starting to hurt real bad right now. So I know I'm on to something. And somebody don't want me talking right now to blow their cover. It's time for these people to go. What they could be doing is killing the people that can actually fix something or heal something because they want their lie to stick. They want to keep the money. They want to keep the money. They went with almost all of America's wealth when they just ended this 75-year treaty with Saudi, and they said, "Oh, I had to leave you and come." Well, you didn't. You about to leave your motherfucking life if you don't get that motherfucking money back over here. I'm trying to tell you right now, somebody is playing. They think somebody is stupid because of who you letting be, and the leaders of the country, and the leaders of the family, and the leaders of something. It's all fake. It's all corrupt. It's all corrupt. This is that starting in that community and the families on all sides, the in-laws, everything, the teachers, the school. This is this shit now. Okay? All these people is getting condemned. The world don't actually think, this world is not operating like they make you think. The hours that we spend listening to this bullshit on TV, it don't have nothing to do with that. And I told you, before I leave this earth, they're going to make illegal, and they're going to make a point where these men will get their phallics cut off or something like this serious. If these people is trying to still marry some, I don't give a fuck what your tradition or your culture is. You're ruining women in general. The black community got their own little dirty thing too. You picked it up from these people and you do the shit too. You just do it behind the scenes. The family members or the community members is the ones that pick and choose who get to get sacrificed or get. It made me think about this movie I was watching about the prison, Auschwitz or whatever. And I think that the girl from Titanic was in there. And he was like, so you were the one that was picking and choosing who. And she's like, well, no, not really. But I mean, I guess if you put it like that, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you put it like that, because some of these people are not aware of what they were doing. The reality is we're not in no camp right now. The camp could be built up by people that's around you. So if I'm living in a household, I can't even trust if when I put my drink down, it's supposed to be the people that I raised. That's why in the Bible she said, I raised these children up so beautifully. I raised these children up so beautifully. This is also about masculine energy using their wars to raise up or protect the wrong thing and kill the other things to protect that one thing that they have an addiction to, or they have some type of something. And in this day and age, it's kind of like they're ruining that one thing for some things that could be seeming suffice, because they don't want to be seen as less than or lower than or at the same eye to eye with a female or a person that look like a woman. It's a shame. It's a shame. You ruining the new future of women or girls and everything. They think that this is the best way to do it. So they'll never have another me or something like this. Because if I had that money, if I had them trillions of dollars that belong to me, and I have this attitude, can't nobody tell me nothing. If it's inherited, I don't have to go through no process. I'm not sitting here dealing with no secret society or nothing like this. I would not have to. They're trying to kill off. There's a gap here. They're trying to kill off something. And then again, the hidden numbers or things like this that go with the lineage or something that you're trying to block me from and put all them pieces of trash in there that ain't even of the real bloodline. I don't have to buy my way in. I'm already in. I'm already grandfathered in. So this is, I don't know what these people are doing. My channel is not that big, but I know that the people that know what's going on or know what they did is the ones that's watching this channel. I know just regular everyday people supposedly is not watching this channel like that. I don't know if they waiting to see what I know so they can do whatever they do or whatever they think they're gonna try to kill me. Okay, next. Or whatever they're gonna just try to do, kidnap somebody, whatever they getting desperate here. Or you, whoever you think this is for you. I don't know. But I'm not gonna water down what the fuck I said because what God is telling me because about me. Because somebody don't want it to be me. You understand? The children was already produced. So even if this is a king, like you can't provide me with sons, the children was already produced. You go find them. Is what I'm hearing. And can't none of them take the crown anyway. So if that's what you're looking for, that's not gonna happen. All right. Somebody could be suffering in silence, or they want you to. Movement, choices, and decisions. Somebody is so jealous, or this is like somebody that knows that they're not supposed to be like a world leader, or a president, or something like this. And if the truth come out, they gotta go. It's the order of the things, and then you go through a process where they transform you into whatever this is to do the job. Because these people do not grow up with. I don't give a fuck what school they went to. They don't even make that much emphasis about the schools that our presidents went to. It's like, oh, we got a president. He went to Harvard and then Yale for. No, they don't even emphasize on that because it don't fucking matter at the end of the day. All right. We got the Joe Rogan energy here with conflict or mental conflict. All right. And then we got fertility in reverse. Just like I said, somebody messing with somebody's fertility. All right. And then somebody else could be all over here suffering in silence. All right. And it says stand your ground. Okay. For accelerated motion here. Okay. Just like they leave you in a situation where these people know where you are and they be playing with you and messing with you and stuff. And then whatever's left, they say, oh, yeah, this person already went through genital mutilation or something. They can't go here. They can't go to heaven. No, that's the other people. That was the followers of Christ. Christ could go to heaven or whatever, or go wherever he going, bloody, maimed, with the broken face, nose, with the holes in his hands and everything. Or my hands, I'm going exactly how I am. You understand? I'm gonna use that power and say as you, come as you are for my own self. Since people act like they was gonna dictate something. All right, we got discontent and boredom. All this so somebody just can't be in a safe zone. So you can't get your untouchable sticker. And somebody is a real fucking element, a real heavy. You don't want to admit that. Like, what is wrong with you? They might have to kill this nigga, whoever this is in the background that's so selfish and jealous. Because these people didn't have to do nothing to get there. You bogarted your way in. And you just been standing there. You don't want to give up this power that you don't have, but you've been exhorting it against people. You're not even supposed to have this power. And then we say, why is everything so bad and everything going on? The main pedophiles we having a problem with is these abundant children that was of righteousness that was rising up right now. These people that touch their assets and touch their private property and other people's property and stuff like this before these children had a chance to build something with these inheritances and these things like this. That's the worst kind of pedophilia that we're dealing with. They just chump it in with touching of children, private parts, like their actual flesh. We're not, this what the problem is, you're thinking about the flesh. People are supposed to be following the money to trap these people, get them right in jail where they belong, to bring balance to the situation here. Because these children that was chosen by God or anointed in a way, they have an all-around way of looking at people in the world and stuff. They're not going to, it may take them about another 3 generations or 3 decades before they get corrupt in having that much power. These people are already picked out that was going to do good with this finances or building, without being snakish or, oh, I could start a school for girls and I want to teach girls, but then right after that, you sneaking, you know, in your head, oh, but we're going to have all these girls in this school and I can do whatever I want with them. You know, these are people that don't think like that. Now, if they've been in there for 30 years doing this thing and they hire somebody and they wasn't really watching their back, this would be how that empire would have failed. Right? Somebody had good intentions, but the wrong people, they say, oh, let me give my people going to be persecuted if I leave them behind. Well, maybe God wanted them people to be persecuted, but you didn't kill them people. You sent them somewhere else or gave them jobs and titles that they was not supposed to fucking have. All right? That's what you did instead because you don't know how to let go of something because you have a problem. And that's what I'm saying. This is where business should not meet with certain aspects here, personal life or something like this, because there's no value in that you're holding on to. You cannot be a real businessman. You cannot be somebody that knows about economics or something like this. You cannot. You don't know nothing about business just because you got the money. You do not. Somebody could have thought that they were triumphant over something here. All right, patience and planning. Whatever these people saying don't even matter. This is like you finding out these people, yeah, they got nice suits on, these